Early humans survived together. Group meant safety. Voices meant warning. Bodies meant warmth. Alone meant death. Predators hunted singles. Illness killed quietly. Fear grew louder. One human was left behind. Not chosen. Not punished. An accident. A hunt went wrong. A chase split the group. Rain erased tracks. Silence followed. The human called. No answer. Night arrived. Dark pressed close. Eyes watched from shadows. The human climbed a tree. Sleep came in pieces. Morning revealed emptiness. No footprints. No smoke. No voices. The human was alone. Panic burned energy. Running wasted strength. The human stopped. Breathing slowed. The lessons of the group remained. Fire was built. Weak but alive. Food was small. Roots. Insects. Days passed. Loneliness attacked the mind. Voices imagined. Shapes moved. The human spoke aloud. To remember sound, tools were sharpened. Habits repeated. Routine fought madness. Predators circled, but fire held them back. Rain soaked. Cold bit! The human endured. Injury came. A cut. Infection threatened. The human cleaned, rested, waited. Memory became companion. Faces remembered. Stories replayed. Loneliness became teacher. Listening sharpened. Awareness deepened. The human learned every sound, every scent. The land became company. Months passed. The human changed. Stronger mind, sharper instinct. When the group finally returned, they barely recognized the human. Thinner, calme, different. This human had learned survival without others. This knowledge spread. Groups planned for loss. For separation, mental strength joined physical strength. Even today, humans fear loneliness. But inside us lies proof that once a human survived with nothing except will. Early humans feared rivers. Water moved without warning. Sound hid danger. Depth lied. Many had died. Bodies were taken, never returned. Rivers divided land, separated food, blocked migration. The group avoided water. Hunger grew. Animals crossed. Humans watched. Fish jumped. Crocodiles waited. Currents pulled. Fear ruled. One season, the land dried. Food vanished. Across the river, green life remained. Animals crossed daily. The group starved. One human stepped forward. Not the strongest, not the leader. Just desperate. The human watched the river. Water flowed faster in center, slower near edges. Rocks broke current. Logs floated. The human studied timing. Animals crossed at dawn. When light was low, predators rested. The human waited. Fear shook the body. The group watched silently. The human entered water. Cold shocked. Current pulled. Feet searched ground. Step by step. The water rose. Chest, neck, breath shortened. The human grabbed floating wood. Let current help. Not fight. Halfway. Strength faded. But the opposite shore came closer. The human reached land. Collapsed. Alive. Silence broke. The group screamed. Hope returned. The human rested. Recovered. Then crossed back. Now knowledge existed. The next crossing was planned. Children tied to adults. Logs used for support. Movement slow. Careful! The river was no longer death. It became passage. New land opened. Food returned. Fish became resource. Water became life. Humans settled near rivers. Trade formed. Migration expanded. Rivers became memory, not fear. Even today, cities rise near water because deep inside, we remember a time when one human dared to step into death and turned it into survival. Early humans believed strength meant survival. Fast legs, sharp stones, loud voices. Animals were seen as targets or threats. Nothing more. Hunting depended on force. Defense depended on noise. Failure was common. Injuries piled. Energy drained. Food remained uncertain. One human began to notice something strange. Animals survived without tools, without fire, without shelters, yet they thrived. This human started watching, not chasing. From distance, from safety, animals moved with purpose. not panic. They rested when the sun burned, moved when the land cooled. They drank before thirst became pain. They ate before hunger weakened them. The human observed. Predators never rushed blindly. They waited. They chose moments. Prey never ran without direction. They escaped toward safety. Animals understood the land. The human copied quietly. Movement changed. Less noise. More timing. Hunting improved. The human noticed birds. Birds screamed before danger, fell silent when predators arrived. This became warning. The human noticed grazing animals. They lifted heads suddenly, sensed danger before sight. Humans learned awareness. The human watched injured animals. They hid, rested, let wounds heal. Humans stopped pushing injuries. Recovery improved. Animals avoided certain plants, certain waters. Humans followed. Poison decreased. Animals chose paths carefully, avoided loose ground, avoided traps. Humans copied. Survival increased. Others noticed the difference. This human returned with food, without wounds, without exhaustion. Questions followed. The human did not explain. The human showed. Watching replaced rushing. Children learned to observe. Before acting, animals became teachers. The group learned seasons. Through migration, weather through animal movement. When animals left, danger followed. When animals returned, safety followed. Humans learned to read life. The land spoke through animals. This changed intelligence. Humans no longer fought nature. They listened. Adaptation replaced dominance. Even today, humans study animals. For medicine, for strategy, for survival. Because long ago, one human realized the world was already teaching, and all we had to do was watch. Early humans survived through action. Movement meant hope. Chasing meant food. Waiting felt dangerous. Stillness meant hunger. Hunger meant death. The group hunted by force, by speed, by noise. They chased animals until exhaustion. Sometimes the animal escaped. Sometimes the hunters collapsed. Failure was common. Food was never guaranteed. One season, animals became scarce. The land changed. Grass dried. Herds moved farther. Chasing no longer worked. Hunts failed repeatedly. Energy vanished. Bodies weakened. Children cried. Elders slowed. The group faced collapse. One human noticed something different. While others chased, this human watched. Animals did not move randomly. They followed routines. They drank at the same places, rested in the same shade, returned at the same times. This human stopped chasing. Others thought it was weakness. Hunger sharpened observation. The human followed quietly. From distance, no running, no shouting, just patience. Hours passed. The animal rested, returned, lowered guard. The human waited. Muscles burned. Stomach screamed. But the human did not move. Time stretched. The sun crossed the sky. Finally, the animal relaxed fully. The strike came then. Clean. Efficient. Food returned. The group was shocked. Waiting had worked. The next hunt, the human waited again. Others mocked, then watched. Success repeated. The lesson spread slowly. Waiting was not weakness. It was control. The group changed strategy. They followed animals, learned habits, tracked patterns. Hunts became fewer, but more successful. Energy was saved. Injuries reduced. Children survived more often. Waiting became discipline. The hardest skill, not moving, not reacting, not panicking. The mind grew stronger. Patience shaped thought. The group learned, not everything must be chased. Some things arrive. This changed behavior beyond hunting. Conflicts reduced. Decisions slowed. Mistakes decreased. Waiting became wisdom. Even today, humans wait, plan, prepare. Because deep inside, we remember a time when hunger taught us that survival is not always speed. Sometimes it is patience. Early humans survived by movement. Danger appeared. Humans left. Running was instinct. Distance was safety. No place belonged to them. Land was temporary. Shelter was borrowed. Predators understood this. They chased. Humans fled. This cycle repeated endlessly. One season, the land changed everything. A valley held water. A cave offered shade. Fruit trees returned each year. The place mattered. The group stayed longer than usual. Children grew stronger. Elders rested better. But predators noticed. Tracks circled the land. Eyes watched from distance. At first, the group ran as always. They returned later. Lost members along the way. The land waited. Again they stayed. Again predators returned. Running no longer worked. Leaving meant starvation. Staying meant danger. Fear filled every night. Sleep was shallow. Movement constant. Exhaustion replaced panic. One evening, the predators approached again. The group prepared to flee, but legs were weak. Children were slow. Running would kill them. One human stopped. Not from bravery, but realization there was nowhere left. The human lifted a stone, not to throw, but to hold. Others watched. Fear turned into stillness. Another human sharpened a stick. Then another. No plan existed, only refusal. When predators appeared, humans did not scatter. They stood together. Noise rose. Stones flew. Fire was waved. Predators hesitated. This was unfamiliar. Prey usually ran. The group shouted. Moved as one, advanced instead of retreating. The predators backed away. Silence followed. The land remained. No one ran. Fear transformed. The group stayed alert all night. Morning arrived. No attack came. The lesson settled. The land was worth defending. From that day, movement changed. Paths were guarded. Entrances watched. Children learned boundaries. The land became home. Shelters improved. Fire stayed lit. Noise was used as warning. Predators tested again. But humans responded together. Loss decreased. Confidence grew. The group no longer fled blindly. They chose when to move. Territory was born. Other groups noticed. Some copied. Some failed. Those who defended survived longer. The idea spread. Humans were not only hunted, they could resist. This changed posture, changed thought, changed future. Land was no longer just ground. It was safety, memory, investment. Even today, humans defend homes, villages, nations. Because deep in instinct, we remember a moment when running ended and standing began. When early humans learned, survival sometimes means holding ground. Early humans followed water without question. Rivers decided paths. Rain decided seasons. Thirst decided death. When water flowed, life followed. When water vanished, everything collapsed. One season arrived without warning. The sky stayed empty. Clouds passed without rain. The land hardened. Soil cracked. Plants curled inward. Animals left first. Their absence was loud. Early humans stayed too long. Hope kept them waiting. But hope dried faster than rivers. Water sources shrank daily. Pools became mud. Mud became dust. Thirst changed behavior. Movement became desperate. Breathing became painful. Thinking weakened. Early humans ran, searching constantly. Sweat drained the body. Running killed faster than thirst. One human noticed. Movement wasted strength. Heat stole water through skin. This human stopped running, while others searched far. This human watched closely. Morning revealed moisture. Dew rested on leaves. Grass held cold drops. Stone surfaces stayed wet in shade. The human touched leaves, collected drops. Slowly, carefully, the water was little, but it cooled the mouth, calmed the body. The human drank slowly, not to satisfy, but to survive. Others noticed. The next morning, 2 more humans copied. Then more. Water was no longer only rivers. It existed in small places, hidden places. Shade mattered. Timing mattered. The group began moving before sunrise. They rested when the sun burned. They walked again when shadows returned. Sweat reduced. Energy lasted. The human discovered hollow stones, natural bowls formed by time. Rain had once collected there. Now moisture remained deep inside. Hands reached. Water was shared. The group stopped panicking. Children were taught to sip slowly, to wet lips, not flood mouth. Water was not comfort. It was life control. They learned to carry moisture, using animal skin, using leaves, using shells. Storage changed survival. Days passed. The drought continued. But the group lived Others did not. Bones marked paths. Silence marked failure. Memory burned deep. When rain finally returned, celebration was quiet. Respect replaced relief. The lesson stayed. Water was no longer taken for granted. The group changed permanently. They stopped wasting, stopped rushing, stopped chasing illusions. Water-shaped decisions. Travel routes changed. Rest patterns evolved. Groups that learned water disciplines survived longer, traveled farther, lost fewer members. This knowledge passed to children, not as story, but as behavior. Small sips, slow movement, shade first. Even when water was abundant, the lesson remained: water was never wasted again. Even today, humans store water, measure it, protect it, because deep in memory, we remember a time when water disappeared, and one human learned, survival is not finding more, it is wasting less.